my hopes for today. And then I took a phone call from my honey, her employer, which, it's Angie's fault. We're going to admit that. This is that gray market I referenced just yesterday. But the contractual arrangement wasn't on the up and up. And she's out 2 weeks, at least 2 weeks' pay. And the boss flaked out completely. I lost my shit and said, I can go over there and it ends up going back. You go back to jail, but you can do a lot of damage before the cops get there. And I'm a sadistic person when it comes to revenge on my honey. So it's not like I'd go, stick 'em up. Let's engage in fisticuffs. Nah, I got matches. I'm just saying. Oh yeah, no, it's like admission. Dude, his shit goes down, they'll blame me first just because I said it. I don't care. I'm so pissed off at this dude. I don't know what to do. Now, we're going to let it go and let Ange figure it out for a bit. But the moment he goes legit and he makes it, I'm definitely going to have a little talk to the world about this dude's business practices. Let's just say I called my honey up and go like, hey, how is it? How's Mushroom Man doing today? Because he's like some sort of drug money dude with the record to boot. So living fast and loose. And no, he poked the wrong bear. But it's tinfoil hat Tuesday, and sometimes, Rollen goes crazy. Now, I'm going to sit here and do this instead, so I have a pretty good alibi. That's the nice thing. Isn't that Fatal Attraction? Except she really did it and wrote the book about it. I don't think I'd be that cliche. I'm not the brightest candle on the cake, but I don't think I would Google search how to dispose of a body right before I disposed of a body. I'm thinking if you're that soft in the gray matter, capital crime, going hard probably isn't your thing. You should probably sit home and watch TV. I'm just saying. Now, eventually, conversation like this will screw you for life. It probably already is doing it. And I was thinking about this a while now because I constantly like going back to the don't date robots. Jimmy used to have to work hard with his paper route to talk to Susie and maybe get a date so they could possibly kiss, hold hands, and eventually a pair bond, reproduce, and keep the whole thing going. It's a nice little system. But then he gets his Marilyn Monroe bot. And it turns out that, all the horrible, sick jokes I could make about banging a piece of machinery. I'm just saying, he goes to town. Turns out that's all he wants to do is make out with his Monroe bot. Susie, she can't, she give up the real stuff now finally. He's like, I got Marilyn Monroe bot. Now, I don't know, but we live in some weird timeline where they're plugging their toys into their computer and there's a line being crossed everywhere. And I think the same people who gave us don't date robots nailed the coming social credit score and it's plugged in and charging because I'm a slave to my phone too. But
Earth slaves, behold the fruit of your labors, the mobile oppression palace.
Neat.
I don't need to tell you that occupation forces are expensive. But with the mobile oppression palace, a few dignitaries can oppress your entire planet for pennies a day.
Now, replace mobile oppression palace with AI infrastructure and digital ID. Just
neat.
think about that
I
one.
don't need to tell you that occupation forces are expensive. But with the mobile oppression palace, a few dignitaries can oppress your entire planet for pennies a day.
I wonder if that's why sides only pick one horror on the planet to exploit and grift money off of. Yeah, you know, you get nickels in the Alex Jones jar if you say, well, I think it's all of us at once. I think there's examples of how they're going to do it, but it won't be done until it's planetary, right? Until it's everybody. And I was like, well, they nailed it there. Now, I love the fact that there's tinfoil hat on the creator and that you know, you can go down that rabbit hole and, I don't know, has he secretly been giving you up things to allow the Masonic spell to take place? Oof, I don't know. No, I know my opinion is for entertainment purposes only. So, well, what do I know? I'm not Alex Jones. But I was referencing him and David Icke the other day over in the Upchurch. I've been listening to him on the side, Upchurch, and young man is can sometimes be out there. And I thought this would be a good way to start the day because there's a playlist over here. Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. There's esoteric rap reactions. There is there's straight up communist socialist reactions on this channel to songs that they're like, hey, I hate you and your oppressive white system. I still did the songs, right? Like the Immortal Technique stuff, Jedi Mind Tricks. That their positions are sound. And in the end, what does it teach me? What do I know? Nothing. But I know it's okay to look at and talk about all of it. All sides of it are acceptable. It's the thin-skinned, unfortunately. Once again, opinion now. Don't get your, you know, undergarments in a crumpled. But the thin-skinned, I think, are really our biggest problem. I don't want something said this way. I don't want you to say this unless you mean that. I want it the way I want it, and that's it. Well, first off, that's impossible, right? That's that idea. Everyone's equal. Hell no, we're not even equal to ourselves on separate days. So, I mean, that's not true. No such thing. Effort, yeah. I mean, it's all a scale of effort now, isn't it? I'm sorry from a creator's point of view and a human being's point of view that I fell. I should have let my health scare really cure me, but it turns out I am. You might not believe this, but chugging the bull squeezins and the nicotine is the compensation for the stuff that I could. Oh, you know, ain't been super high in 18 years or whatever it is now. But boy, do I think about it. And I realize that it's not, it would be as easy as doing it. Recovery is a weird thing. We got a daughter. She's in recovery right now. And I think I love her with all my heart and soul. And I will eventually have to tell it to her face because I can't be her sponsor. I would be too tough. Like I told Mom last night, I didn't heard her talk about the program once, but I'm pretty sure she's hell-bent on getting a divorce, which she should, but that's another whole story. But I realized that and then she got great insurance, and it's all taken care of it. And I realized that until I decided that I wanted to give it all up. I never gave it up. But the recovery system was there to hide me from the world and subsidize me as I lied to them for, I don't know, I think it's like 8 years. And then I'm a bad guy if I try to tie it into Tinfoil Hat Tuesday and tell you that most of the program is a grift, is a hustle, is a scam. And I realize that what a we've made a lot of things really soft. And I think it was on purpose because of, let's be honest.
Palace. Neat. I don't need to tell you that.
Well, Bender, love the useful idiot response from him there. That's perfect. Because the useful idiot could be as simple as the popular mechanic believer who thinks the technology, well, it exists. They're going to make it anyways. It's pretty amazing. I don't know. You should look up the Asa Brock technology reaction. That's got a good reflection, because sometimes we can't uninvent shit. But we really shouldn't be in awe of it just because it exists. I think that's probably the purpose behind condemning things. But I think I think I got lost trying to say in the end, we have smiled and went for pleasantries in a world going down to shit can. and yeah. Oh, yeah, because Bender agreeing. He's a useful idiot. And a perfect example of those who will usher in their own demise.
Neat! I don't need to tell you that occupation forces are expensive. But with the mobile oppression palace, a few dignitaries can oppress your entire planet for pennies a day.
And I would just say ode to the WEF and those who want tick-borne meat allergies to hit the population, because boy, wouldn't that help with climate change. Now I want that person and myself to be on a desert island alone and have that discussion and see how it flies. And there can bring us full circle. I got mixed up in a few places, but honestly, brings us full circle back to the Mark Passio stuff and Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. Really, the core of what we're doing here for this stuff is the natural law stuff. And you ask yourself, that came up a couple times in there, if you are weighing harm and you're weighing what's good and better, can that discussion or that idea fly with two people stuck together on a desert island? If it doesn't fly there, it probably shouldn't fly anywhere. But at the same time, I am a firm believer that you got to regulate some things, or the WEF are allowed to get together in their mobile oppression palace and talk about how they could get you in line. That probably shouldn't have been allowed either. It's weird. No, I guess it should be allowed. It just should be more front and center so people could discuss it openly like they're two individuals on a desert island. Yeah, that's it. Well, I really think the main reason I showed up was to vent about Ange's boss. Mushroom Man got me so pissed off. In this scenario, he is the oppressor. She went out of her way, and it turns out every time he had to do something legit, he flaked out. So really, I just put a burr under my saddle. that will unfortunately seep into a lot of the reactions and rhetoric over the next few days. We've got today and tomorrow, and then it looks like Thursday through Sunday, I'm back to doubles. Yeah, I got the new cook, kind of worked out. I've just been looking for one Saturday off because the only Saturday I had off now, I was sick. I was had a health emergency. I wasn't gonna. And that's kind of man I am. I'm not. Even though I miss my friends, I ain't going. If I can't breathe, I'm not going down to hang out with my boys and hit the bong. That's ridiculous. And I'm not gonna sit there in a room full of smokers and partiers and take pills in my inhaler. Thanks for caring about me. So I skipped it, and now I got rid of the cook. And I never got to go. I don't know. I ain't seen my friends in a year or something. It's busting my ass, pissing me off. Anything else going on? What's going on in the world? Let's find out. That's funny. I like that. It's like, how do water towers work? And it looks like you could sing along with it, but it's like putting the lake at the top of the mountain. You see, she's got to build a water source higher than yourself and you're good. But now, doesn't the history of conflict actually cover this one? We have pretty much water sources being the main coveted commodity they start with and then figure some other shit out. But you really need that water. Yeah, see, we'll just put it up on a pole, let it drip down on us. I love that. Well, to be honest, what is it? Tuesday? Well, it's just a rough day at the office over there. I think it's because Claire was a problem with the cloud. X was down for hours this morning. I don't know. I don't really care. I moved on to other things. It's very interesting. It makes me think I should get a couple new records. Yeah, that's kind of slick how they do that. Well, I think that's about it. I really just feel like every now and then I take side. I do. But even though I might find myself on one side or the other, I think it's fair to admit that there is a whole lot that gets overlooked, forgot about, not paid attention to, or just called crazy. And it's probably not crazy at all. There's a chance with a simple push of a button, an AI program will make decisions for us for the rest of our lives. And it won't have to have a Terminator robot with a weapon. It'll just cut you off from the world. And I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. But it makes us crazy to want to talk about it, I guess. So I strap on my tinfoil hat and I do my best. All right, we're going to get to some reactions, figure some other shit out. I got to take advantage of the nice weather and do a couple things to the house. But we got a day of it, so I'll be right back with the some sort of reaction. Maybe we can find something appropriate for Tinfoil Hat Tuesday. But yeah, I ain't going to hold my breath on that one. Later.